Hey guys, welcome to another session of Epic 7. So we got some compensation from the developers. I know a lot of you guys went really crazy this morning, so when I woke up on Discord, I got DMs like, hey, when you streaming your 5-star tickets? And I'm like, what? They're tickets? I didn't check my mailbox. And then on Discord, I saw it too. So anyways, I'm a bit late to the game, about a day late here, as you can see with the compensation. But I'm gonna do my thoughts on the Korean conference. This is based off one person's post on Reddit, and it seems that it's a translation from another post. So some of the discussion points, I'm not gonna be like talking about everything here, but definitely have some thoughts for some of the stuff that might be happening. Now, first things first, I will say that I am disconnected from obviously not being able to understand Korean. So all my sources are like second or third hand. So my opinions on a lot of this stuff may not even, matter, just because it might not even relate to what they actually said. Depending on how trusted these translations are and these sources. And of course that all things said in this conference, I'm pretty sure they're tentative, even though from my understanding, politically speaking, the developers are like under pressure, therefore giving us users that live conference, which I have to say though, as a global player, it's pretty good that they held this conference, and apparently they stayed till like, I don't know, 4 a.m. like their time, like the developers did, to stay awake to answer questions. So that's pretty crazy. So props to the developers on that, and it shows that they at least want to make things right. And the first thing to make it right is to give us these 5 stars artifacts and heroes, so that's pretty cool. So anyways, expected updates in July. So I'm reading this from this one post from a user. I think his name is L10F. I think so. Anyways, it's just a summary of the roadmap. So expected updates in July. Developer notes describing changes in management of the game in order to restore trust. Another round of balance patch. Okay, so they were saying that before in older developer notes, saying that they might think about balance patches once every month. Which I felt that was a bit too much, but with the kind of heroes they're releasing, it kind of makes sense. So it'd be interesting to see something like that. In another note on Reddit, I believe it was part of K Gaming's translation. So shout out to K Gaming for doing justice for the community. I think he was talking about Assassin Collie's nerf. Like in the conference, they were talking about Assassin Collie. Oh, sorry, I said nerf, but I meant buff. Assassin Collie's buff, and they felt that it wasn't working the way they wanted to, so they might revisit it again. And anyways, my thinking is that she doesn't need to be touched if they're going to somehow nerf her, quote unquote. That's why I went straight to nerf, because it's been on the tip of my tongue, I think. But so this note that I'm reading here doesn't talk about the Assassin Collie nerf, but it talks about the hero balancing. Developer notes at the end of July, expect the update to be in August. So these are the following notes. ML hero balancing. All right, so this previous patch of ML hero balancing seemed to have made a lot of ML heroes really OP. So like for example, Arbiter Vildred, I mean, he's so OP that they literally released one hero to counter him, which is Lilibet, which Arbiter Vildred already has multiple ways to counter, but then you still have to build your team around him. I will say this, like this morning I went in an arena, some guy attacked me, I tried to revenge him, I totally lost. It was ML Araminta, Arbiter Vildred, ML Baal, and Dizzy. Two have Sierra Ren and a Tisa Scepter on ML Araminta, and Arbiter Vildred, doesn't even matter what he needed, it was really hard to kill. I lost. So if there's ML hero balancing in the terms of like actually like doing nerfs, but I highly doubt they would ever nerf MLs, that would be good. That would be sort of healthy, but we're gonna get a riot either way, so it doesn't matter. I think buffs is the way to go, since some people got some ML heroes. They might be salty about it because they might suck. So buffing them is a good thing. 4-star non-ML hero balancing. I'm not quite sure you know, I mean, it's good to have. It's good to have, but 4-star non-ML hero balancing doesn't seem like it's necessary at the moment. From my perspective right now, ML hero 5 stars specifically are very dominant in terms of PvP content. 4 stars are just as good. I get that the 4-star non-ML heroes need a buff. They need a balance because, you know, but 4-star non-MLs have kits that the ML counterparts don't have. So I feel like the 4 stars they're kind of like more support, but yeah, I kind of get it. You see them less and less in arena, while, you know, in some comps they're still useful. 3-star ML 3-star buffs. Okay, that's kind of nice to have. I'm not gonna talk about too much. Improvements to the ML and Mystic summons. So this point I wanted to touch upon because originally, apparently in the conference, they were saying that they were going to give us some sort of pity on the Moonlight. Something like 40 Moonlight pulls and you get a 5-star guaranteed. Apparently it's retracted by this point, which is why I kind of wanted to delay my video response, because I didn't want to, you know, because if they had said a pity summon for MLs are coming for sure, my whole video would be circled around that. But because they retracted it, and right now it's gonna be pending what kind of updates they've improved. So here in the notes it says improvements to ML and Mystic summons. We don't know what that looks like, whether it's going to be pity, whether they're going to change the rates on the drops. We don't know. So there's no place to speculate here other than the fact that they know that that's one of the biggest problems that they had. So hopefully they address it properly. I was going to say that yeah, I could definitely use those pity summons. I think if they retroactively like applied to people who've pulled multiple, like, you know, Moonlight or Galaxy heroes and didn't pull a 5-star, for example, for me, that would be awesome. But apparently one of the reasons they retracted it is because, like, then the whales would get a ton of 5 stars. And to be honest, if that was the reason, that's not such a big deal. Because if whales are whales, they paid for it. While I understand the other side of the story is that this is a gacha game, so all is RNG. So to me, whatever they give us as an improvement is already good enough, and I won't complain about that. Because they could very well just leave me where I am right now with no 5-star ML, or other players with low count 5-star ML or no 5-star ML. They could just leave us there and they don't have to do anything. Like, you could quit the game and then they would still most likely survive. But apparently the Koreans are putting a lot of pressure on developers, so it could be good for everyone. I don't know. Plans on dealing with duplicate summons. So that's 0.5 out of the expected updates in August. So another expected batch of updates in August, remove Malagor requirements for enhancing 3-star heroes. So I heard this from another source as well. That's quite interesting. I'm not quite sure if that's 100% necessary, since 3-star heroes already take a lot less Molagora than, let's say, a 5-star hero. So, but, you know, whatever new system they come up with, hopefully the 3-star heroes skill enhanced currency is just probably easier to obtain than Molagora then. Maybe, hopefully. So refund all Molagora used in the 3-star heroes. And then 0.3, Automaton Tower update. Reduction in difficulty. But this is expected updates for August. So if you guys are stuck on, let's say, floor 100 of Automaton Tower, the first batch, the July edition, you most likely won't get a reduction in difficulty in it, based on these notes. So I think it's just an overall difficulty reduction for the next batch of Automaton Tower. But for this one, they're going to remain the same. I mean, honestly, you only have, like, what, 13 days left, I believe? Or 12 days left by this time of the recording to finish off Automaton Tower. So if you haven't done it, I suppose, you know, don't wait on a supposed nerf, because that might not happen. More detailed description of the increase and decrease of stats in skill description. I don't know what this means, but hopefully it's something like skill modifiers. So we're thankful for our community data miners. They're data mining our skill mods and whatnot. It really helps inform us whether or not we should be pulling for a hero if they have a similar role to an existing hero, because obviously the more damage mods the better in most cases, or some kind of unique damage modifier system, so like skill off HP, skill off defense, you know, we need those kind of data. So does this mean that? If it does mean that, it's really good, because then now we don't need to exactly rely on the data miners, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna data mine anyway for other stuff. But it would be nice to have all in game, so you don't have to guess, right? A live letter channel where content developers can communicate and share the direction of the game updates. And to be honest, again, if they have this open communication with us, this is something that I don't see in a lot of game companies. All right, I have experience with game companies, big ones too, and they don't do that. So if they're gonna implement this, they're really trying to meet us in the middle. So for those criticizing players, criticizing them for doing a bad job, please, like, they're not that bad. They're not as bad as a lot of other companies, right? So just to keep that in mind, so keep it in perspective. Challenge content update, including exclusive equipment. Okay, that's interesting. So instead of just exclusive artifacts that we get in the challenges, we might get equipment. Reduction of shop prices, and this person notes, not sure if referring to the gold-based shops like Hoochie, or the currency shops like actual, like you have to use your credit card shops, so like Skystone prices. Whatever that is, it's interesting. Expected updates in September. Golden Hammer acquired from crafting. Using it guarantees a legendary gear on craft. So kind of like a pity craft or pity summon for your crafting, which is kind of nice. It's a nice to have, again, but I didn't think that it was a necessary function. I think people would want that, and again, I don't even know if it's even part of the dev note now, but apparently a lot of people had the impression that you could craft accessories. That was one of the newest patches that we got, and then you can craft direct like equipment sets. So like if I wanted a speed set necklace, I would pay like maybe 100 materials. So apparently that was in one of the dev notes, and I remember reading that, but I can't recall where it was from. So in my opinion, I would prefer that over the golden hammer, because let's face it, if you craft an epic gear, so I think this is what they mean, legendary gear meaning epic gear, if you can craft epic gear guaranteed, you still might get like a bad stat, so it might not be that good. So regardless, it's better than nothing. So I'm not complaining with new additional functions that they're adding, but it would be nice to have you can, you know, aim for a specific set. That would be nice. Auto repeat function might come, and then pet content. So those are updates for September. Expected updates for September. Expected updates for October. World boss mode. More than 4 heroes usable. That's put in parentheses or brackets. So for some people who may not know what parentheses are, put in parentheses. So it could be like your team, like you can bring in more than 4 heroes. I'm not quite sure exactly how that format's gonna work. Probably like rotate them like after they die. So 4 heroes, they die, and the 4 slots, it's probably gonna remain 4 slots. And then maybe you can, you know, bring in another team. Like, so like kind of like your companion, you know, after a hero dies, or you can swap them. Maybe you can swap another 4 heroes in, something like that maybe, but who knows, we'll have to see. Updated expected updates for November. Real-time arena. That's gonna be a big one, and I'm definitely gonna be talking about that when that update is available. We'll have to see how that mechanic works out. Other updates planned, but timeline not decided yet. So this is an interesting one. Based on this source, on translating from another source, Swimsuit Bologna. So we saw that apparently at the Korean Festa. The Korean Fest, we saw like, you know, concept art for like a swimsuit Korean and swimsuit Bologna. Now at the time it was speculated that they're skins, but according to this note here, swimsuit Bologna might be a new character. But the person posting here, he says new character according to this Korean poster, but he himself doesn't remember that part of the stream. So I'm not quite sure Is Swimsuit Bologna going to be another hero? So a brand new hero that you have to pull for with a brand new set of skills, but just looks different. In my opinion, that's kind of lame. In my opinion, they should just go for skins. Skins are it's really popular in a lot of these kind of games. It's not, but I don't think it merits another character, like Swimsuit Bologna. She's still the same person in the actual game, except she has a swimsuit on. So I mean, you can change her skills, but it still feels like we want like Kawarik, we want like Strays, we want like all these new heroes that we're seeing in the story. But then you're giving us Swimsuit Bologna. I don't know about that. Again, depends on the translation of this, whether this is accurate or not. But apparently it is a skin for Corinne. So in my opinion, just keep it to the skins. That would be nice. Regularly scheduled free equip removal 3 days a month. Ooh, that's kind of nice. If balance patch happens, there will always be free equipment and removal afterwards. That's nice. That's good to know as well. So we can expect balance patches to happen if free equipment removal event happens if a balance patch happens. That's good too. And then the point 3 of the timeline not decided yet is the Saz recall on account for the Wind Rider nerf. On another source though, they said that they might even actually make Wind Rider work the same way it was. So apparently how Wind Rider worked, it wasn't really nerfed, it was bugged. That's how the developers are saying it. Wind Rider was bugged, and then so they made it so the nerf that we've experienced wasn't a nerf, but rather it made it the way it's meant to be used. So meant to be function, it made it that way. But apparently from another source, they said they might make it go back to the way it worked before, so that means Saz recall might not be necessary. So, but again, according to this note, it doesn't talk about that, so it's fine. And I get that these guys posting on Reddit, and thank you guys so much for posting this information, so like I can do this reading. But they post it in time, so they may not be going back to edit it. So I get it. So there could be some tentative information here. Okay, he says that the Saz recall might be at the end of the July, but he says the post he's translating from says otherwise. Plans for gold cost rebalancing, that's kind of good. Gold cost is very insane still. Crafting, crafting, I would say the gold makes sense, but more of like unequipping gold, unequip, re-equipping, it's just insane. On top of you enhancing your gear. And so, yeah, for sure, they definitely need to reduce the gold cost. I wouldn't even call it rebalancing. Just call it reduction in gold cost. That would be good, because from all of their whole thrust, the game developers' thrust is we want you to PvP. We want you to explore different teams, right? So therefore, giving us all these different ML heroes, and then. But it gives you like this insane burden. I can't re-gear this hero. I can't even enhance this gear because like once you plus 15 gear, you lose like 1,000,000 gold or something like that. Yeah, they definitely gotta do it. If they mean what they're saying, they gotta do that. And then the very last point: content that allows heroes to self-buff, unlike memory imprints, which only buffs other heroes. He's not sure what this line means from this post. Could mean anything, so don't take this seriously. Yeah, okay, so that's it. So that's pretty much it for this one. So I'm gonna be pulling my compensation now. Let's pull from the artifacts first, alright? So everybody's here on stream just to look at me get some salt. So let's pull the artifacts first. Let's do this. Wind Rider. Still useful, just not useful on Saz, right? So that's pretty it's pretty funny. Well, on the fact that another Wind Rider, yeah, it's not bad, it's not bad. We'll see. Rod. Okay, so I think I'm at I can get to plus 24 rod now. I'm almost at max rod. That's insane. But I think I'm gonna keep another one. Alright guys, here we go. Heroes. It's kind of sad that you don't get that hero, like that, what's it called? What's I think of? That's that stage they stand on, Oh, you do. Never mind. I got Araminta AF.
Pleased to meet you.
New.
Let's work together.
But benched. Feels bad, man. Who's the last one? Who's the last one, man? Who's this last one? Yeah, it's new, but it's gonna be bench, man. Basar next? No. Oh man, everybody's gonna do Basar. Says? Don't please be says. Be someone new. Be someone new. You fiend? Vildred! What?
Dear, I won't let you down.
Sweet! Nice! Nice. Oh man. What? That voice though? That's up. Yeah, thank you. Wow. That's awesome. I'm actually gonna use my slate on him. I think I'm gonna use my slate on him. Stole our luck chat. Oh man, that's sweet, man. Yeah, everybody's going crazy. I'm getting profanities thrown at me. Someone's like mother fricker. Wow. What? Wait, Ruby, why did you add that term? This guy throws profanity at me and you allow it? What's it? Oh man, that's hilarious. Alright, I'm pretty happy. That's awesome. Oh, added. Oh, sorry. My bad. You added the block. Okay. Oh man, that's hilarious. Thank you guys. Oh man. Sweet. Now I have a new hero to now I've got it. Yeah, I gotta lock it. Hold on, I'm gonna lock it. Hopefully I pull ML Araminta. And then no, actually I wouldn't use her as an imprint. That would be a waste. The imprint's attack, if I remember correctly. It's not that good. Where are they? I should just filter out the recent, right? Okay, there we go. Oh man, sweet man, new hero. Nice, I finally got a Virgin. He's one of the ones I wanted so much, man. Time to delete the account like last time. Oof. They're level 1, right? Thanks. Alright, so cool. This is nice. So I'm gonna end this here, man. That's very happy. I'm very happy about this. I'm very happy about this. I'm very happy about this. What's his first imprint? So I might slate him. No, it's only 4. Never mind. I won't slate him until I get like maybe two copies, at least up to an S, and then I would slate him for sure. Right? Just really hard to get. You forgot the 5th apology reward? What do you mean? The 5th apology reward? There was a leaf, right? I collected that. I collected it. Thanks. I collected it before. Yeah, and I'm gonna end the video here. Yeah, I got the leaf, guys. Thanks. Yeah, so that was it. So again, just to summarize again, all those notes are good. I still have to give like props to like the developers. I mean, just to hang out till like 3 AM Korean time, it means that they really want to show their commitment to the player base. Like, I have never seen this kind of reaction. Like, you take all the AAA titles or whatever, you get flack, and they write an apology, and sometimes they don't, and they don't even make any changes. And like, Smilegate has constantly, and Super Creative, they've constantly like addressed things like non-stop. And the thing is, like, as for players, I think, you know, if you are outraged by anything that's happened in the past while, yes, I get that, like, the security, the hacked thing, when they banned all the accounts and stuff, I get it, but they kind of jumped the gun on that one, in my opinion. But everything else, like, yeah, let's give them some time. Anyways, as a community, let's speak out to them when we do have problems, but let's do it with like, kind of give them some honor, you know, at least, right? Give them that kind of thing. Anyways, I'm gonna end this here for this video. So if you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.